up to speed, up to speed, up to put you.
Live from the apocalypse, there's a place where the gangsters go. And I know it's the state of the game. Thank you for being here. I am Dano, and I'm on Letterbox now. What? Letterboxd. I'm official. Open Mike Eagle follows me on Letterboxd. So,
Nice, nice,
Anchong
nice,
Wizard. Anchong Wizard.
nice,
So
nice.
I'm starting my journey here of
Yeah.
really giving it to these movies, you know. I did a bunch of positives one, and then I was like, let me find Crash and kill it. Arrgh! Anyway, so that was great. My co-host identifies with the album we are going to talk about today because he's lost a lot of Yeezy slides in a very similar manner.
Oh gosh,
Oh, nice,
I can't. I
nice.
can't say.
Date of the game, K Diggy, thank you for being here.
Hell
I,
nah.
I can't say. I can't say I have, but
So this is I have been covering our guest K for so fucking long, like longer than we've been doing this, right? Like way the fuck back before COVID, and
Mhm.
I knew we had to talk. I was talking to a really important podcaster, hip hop podcaster,
Uh-huh.
who said the real best Chris Crack era was 2018. That was
Yeah.
when he did something no one was doing, and it was trailblazing and impressive. And in my head, while he's talking, I'm like, that sounds like he's talking about 2020 Chris Crack.
Yeah.
Because that you had like 5 joints, and it was like good cops don't exist, like crazy shit.
Hell
So
yeah.
I was like, dog, this guy's got 2 MVP seasons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's somebody somewhere else talking about 2023. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's I was like, oh shit, this is an all-timer, bro. Like we're gonna have to talk, right? So I appreciate you being here.
Hell
Um,
yeah, man.
I appreciate what you've done for the underground, whether you get credit all the time or not.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that for real.
I think, Kay, sometimes like when we talk about some people don't get credit, some people do get credit, and some people like are talking about this out of frustration, and that's why they look bad. In Chris Crack's case, the body of work speaks for itself, right? The people that fuck with you speak for itself, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody pulls a Shauna feature. Like that's just
Yeah.
not everybody gonna do that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
beyond that, like you are a lone gunman. You know what I'm saying? You are
Yeah.
the 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 old Sanjuro style samurai, you know,
Yeah.
walking your own path. And because of that, you don't have a crew chirping how great you are all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that has left some of the stuff where I was like thinking about this week. I'm like, oh damn, this really important rapper is not as good as great. This one, like I was trying to in my head, I was like, damn, gotta move him up this list. Um, does that resonate what I'm saying, or is that off base? What do you think?
No, 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 for sure, man. I appreciate it, man. I've been putting in work, I've been doing hella shit in the background, in the foreground, whatever. So, I
Mhm.
appreciate any praise, anybody fucking with me, even just pressing play. You feel me? I fuck
Yeah.
with it, man. I appreciate you, G.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah. Too late to start following the rules now. Dropped. And man, it's hypnotic.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you.
It's hypnotic. It really does take a hold. Um, and Kay, did you think I was going to ask you? Is there a moment we always talk about this? Not even necessarily song, but a moment that caught you where you were like, "Oh, damn, that's what this album's about." That's Yeah.
Uh, hmm. I I don't know if I would say that's a moment that I would say, well, that's what the album's about. But the my brother knew the real Angelo.
Robert.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
line like how
Yeah.
you opened up the song,
Yeah.
uh,
Yep.
where you said that line about, uh, you know, I got molested and I liked it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was like that was probably one of the most shocking things I've heard on
Yeah.
a track.
Yeah.
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 He said on a track.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna go into it because nowadays you can't say nothing crazy about nothing.
right.
It is what it is. But
Right.
it was with a woman though. Let's just say that.
Oh
Let's just say that. Because I ain't, otherwise I ain't gonna go into it, and it's not no disrespect to y'all or nothing. It's just like I ain't
no, no,
finna get caught slipping. You feel
Mm,
me?
right. No, no, and I just thought, yeah, I just thought it was just such a it was just an interesting line to me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for
yeah.
sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
In terms of like the rapping, and it was like so like I was just shocked, like, oh wow, he went there,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
and it took me like
yeah.
yeah, I'm still processing. Like I've heard it like three, four times, and I still am processing. So that's a
It's
great
great.
Yeah,
line. Still
man.
thinking about it like 3, 4, 5 days after you heard it for the first time. Then you're
Yeah,
doing, yeah, that's a great line.
Yeah, man.
man. Yeah, man. Like I said, I ain't gonna get caught slipping, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, it's all facts, man. If you listen to my music, just like period,
Mhm.
I have a lot of lines like that that'll be like that'll fuck you up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
That's just me, G. You know what I mean? No disrespect to anybody who that happened to, because you know what I'm saying, they might think I'm trying to make a joke out of it or something.
Mhm.
Mm. Right. No, it's I mean your story is your story, and how much of it you want to tell and how you want to tell it is how you want to tell it, right?
Yeah, exactly,
So
exactly.
I think the way you organize your stories is is absolutely fascinating.
Mhm.
The first thing you rap on the like I texted you might delete later was like really started getting in my rotation while researching this. The first rap thing you say is that you're like getting up from having sex with the condom still on, and you're
Yeah,
looking out the window and just like thinking and living. And I'm just like, that's such a Chris Crack thing.
yeah, yeah, and it's all facts too. It's
Right.
all facts, you know.
Yeah. None of it is that outrageous. It's just like, oh, that's the heart of who the narrator is, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah,
and for me, it was the spitting on the easy slides on
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
second track, what I'm gonna do with all these freaking flyer miles, that like set the tone. That was like, that's where you are right now. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
This is, I've set the levels. The levels are right here. You know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's also just, just day in the life type shit. It wasn't,
Yep. So and it's and there's also I think there's a line on here about and we've been talking about this pretty regularly. Love to you to expand on it. You kind of talk about you guys are barring out enjoy it. I'm going to focus on making albums.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And like the difference between we talked with 89 the Brainchild about this last week about like fitting yourself into the track however you need to fit into the track.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um and so why don't more rappers do that?
I don't know, man. It's like I don't know, man. Um, I don't want to say the cliche like, "Oh, I'm not them and they're not me," but it's just like I guess that's what it really is. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
respect all that shit though, cause it helps you be different. You know what I mean?
it does.
Listening to other people's shit. So I respect even like shit that I think is trash. or whatever, I still like to receive it though. Like, you know what I mean? To know
Yep.
what's going on with it, to know why it's trash, to know why it's
Mm-hmm.
not as good. You know what I'm saying? That makes my art better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of times where you grow in opposition to something else,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah,
So,
go ahead. Okay.
I was gonna say, like, so looking around the current, underground hip hop landscape, what are you seeing when you're looking around? What do you think the state of the underground hip hop is right now?
I think it's pretty. I think it's looking like the elephant graveyard, my nigga. Like real shit.
Oh,
It's like it's it's like but it could be easily fixed. I don't know about easily, but it could be fixed. It's just like people's heart ain't in making music no more. They just trying to come up. You know what I'm saying? So then the music suffers because of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just trying to be the nigga to just be like, oh, that shit suck. You know what I'm saying? But it's reasons why that shit suck. You know what I mean? It's hella reasons why that shit suck. Um, but like I said earlier, I don't like stay away from it because of that. I'm still gonna delve in it, you know what I'm saying? See what's going on, dip my toe in that bitch every now and then. Just to, see what's going on. You gotta know what's going on in the world, you know what I'm saying? But back to my point, like it's a lot of reasons why it's trash. It could be cleaned up, but people gotta be willing to like want to do art from the heart type of shit, and genuine shit. You know what I'm saying? People just trying to, oh, I fucked on your bitch, I hit me a lick, like it's like you can only do that once or twice before it's like, okay, what you got? What else you got? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the new stuff that the kids are doing. Some of them are doing. It's kind of, oh shit, it's kind of cool. But a lot of that shit, it's not original. That's what they shit is. It's not.
Right.
They're not doing nothing original. They just taking '90s samples and they just flipping them over drums with distortion, and they're like calling that. It's like, bro, we did that already, and then they did that already, and then they did that already before them. So it's like, and then at least when they were doing it before, it was some heart and soul in that shit. It was some passion. It was some, but now it's just, man, I'm trying to hit a lick. I want to be famous. I want to be on TikTok and shit. Like, that's
Yeah.
why that shit trash.
Right. And being old, I get asked a lot, what's wrong with the kids today?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and my answer is always that they're too nice and too agreeable.
Yeah.
Like, and I think what you're talking about comes from that. It comes from they're a collection of friends, and
Yeah.
they're like, why don't we sound like Travis Scott? That'd be fun, And you're like, all right, man, but like, what about you? Like, so I'm from a generation where we were dickheads and we didn't want to sound like anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We
For
wanted to
sure.
sound like nobody else. And like, that was just like, I remember hearing a Chris Cornell interview on Mark Maron,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "What did you think? You guys are surrounded by Nirvana and Pearl Jam," and you just like he was so confident. He just sat back and was like, "We knew there was no one like us,"
Yeah.
and that's what we wanted. That was the confidence we wanted.
Yeah.
Like, you can sell more than me, but you ain't me.
Yeah. For
Like that.
sure. For
That
sure.
that was, and they've lost that. Now it's like we're wearing the same clothes, we're dyeing our hair the same color, and
Yeah.
we're getting the same beats.
Yeah. There's no originality. There's no, like, it's a long list. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go through it, but it's just like um it's a long ass list.
Yep.
It's just, man, I just feel like if they just read more and they watch more
Mm.
movies,
That's
shit would
everywhere. Yeah, that's
shit
everywhere.
would be cool. You know?
100%. Now, to be fair, give some criticism on the old head side, right?
Yeah.
I think on the old head side, people are so focused on being spitters
Yeah.
that they don't give themselves the grace the room to grow into musicians.
Yeah. 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 For sure. For sure. Hell yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
that's why I think people should take more stock of what you've done,
Mhm.
right? Being able to produce, being able to sing the way you can do, being way to bring choruses. Like I was texting somebody, I said, Chris Crack's flow is like a Corvette. It's
Yeah.
like a sports car. It has so many speeds.
Yeah.
And that's time, that's work,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
For sure. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that just comes from a place of like wanting to be different. You know what I mean? Not wanting to sound like them, not wanting to. But that's a problem. With the newer generation, that they don't know that is a problem, because it happened to me too, and I ain't know until I was not doing it no more. But if you listen to your favorite artist all the time, you're gonna sound like them regardless. Like, you have no control over this. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
It's
Conscious.
happened to me several times. You can go back in my catalog where I sound like Danny Brown, where I sound like Rock Marciano, where I sound like, I wasn't trying to do that shit on purpose. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
yeah,
was just listening to them all the time. So it's like, that's one problem that you know what I mean, could solve, and that would put some pimping back on the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But motherfuckers don't want to just do simple shit like that.
Yeah, I think it's almost like your influence has got to be stepped on a little bit, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because you got to like early on. Like I remember, there's writers where if I read Truman Capote, I'll start writing like Truman Capote.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
voice
yeah,
is so
yeah,
potent, you know,
yeah.
and so what you've got to learn how to do is take what you love from that
Mm-hmm.
and process it through who you are and what you do.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's where by the time like I there was one of the albums where you were like, I was listening to a lot of Rock Marciano when I was doing this. And I was like,
yeah,
that's awesome. It just meant we got a different kind of lyrical Chris Crack.
yeah, for sure.
It processed through in your way, in your vision, but it wasn't aping that motion, you know?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hell yeah.
So I think that's a real key. And I think but as you said, that comes with age, right? Like
Yeah,
that
hell
comes with
yeah.
age. Like you've got to learn how to do that. Um, and some people are unfairly maligned. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think Bronson was ever trying to sound like Ghostface.
Me neither. Me neither. I think he was an obsessive listener of Ghostface Killer, and he just inadvertently sounded like him. This happens to all the best motherfuckers, man. You
Right.
just you find somebody you really love they shit, and you just playing it over and over and over and over. You have no choice. It's almost like you have no choice.
Right.
So so no, that's a good ass point. I feel like he didn't either. I told my homie that one time. He was like, "Get the fuck out of here." He sounded just like him. But I'm like, nah. He trained himself to sound like him.
Right. Right. I mean, it's,
Uh,
and yeah, but like to the opposite, Jack Harlow knows he's sounding like Drake.
oh
He
yeah,
knows
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You could,
Yeah, because he's trying to copy Drake though.
yeah,
See, that's why he don't sound like Drake. But
right.
if he would have just engulfed himself in Drake music and Drake probably videos and just whatever, just engulfed like a true fan.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He would have just inadvertently sounded like Drake a little bit, maybe, maybe.
When you do that kind of shit where you're like trying actively to sound like someone else, you almost become the knockoff cereal choice in the cereal aisle.
Yeah, yeah, for sure,
Like
for
fruit
sure.
snacks. You know the shit, fruit
Yeah,
snacks. Like what the fuck um
yeah, yeah.
that's rough, man. You don't want to be
Yeah.
knockoff Cheerios. with your shit. It's
Hell
So,
no.
Chris, when you noticed that, like you said, there was an early point where you felt like you were starting to sound like other rappers. How
Yeah.
did you break away? What did you do to kind of break away from that?
Just completely stop listening. I don't listen to rap music at all unless I'm in a car with somebody else, or unless I'm like around one of my little nephews. That's where I really tell them play that shit that you listening to.
Right.
But if I'm by myself, I'm not turning on rap music because first of all, I don't know what to listen to at the very moment right now today. And second of all, because it's like I'm not trying to sound like nobody.
Mm.
Like no, I don't sound like nobody, you feel me? And that just because I don't listen to nobody. That's completely like on accident. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you see how easy that is though? Like all I gotta do is stay away from the thing that I'm trying to do. Like you ain't going to, you're not going to work on the weekends. You feel me? You off. You
real
feel
shit.
me? It's
Real
like,
shit.
you dig? So, yeah.
Mm.
Great point. Not working on the weekends.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I mean.
No, no,
Because a
I feel
motherfucker be
you.
like,
Like
I
you
No,
got
know,
I
work
get it. I get
Saturday.
it.
there. My mom was a psychologist for the state of Maine. Worked with kids in danger, and
Yeah.
so sometimes when I would picture a movie, she'd be like, "No, I go to work for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need that shit." Ooh, the kid's in danger. I hope to save him. Yeah, that's my everyday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I understand that. The other thing is, you've had years where you put out 5 projects in one year. You've
Yeah.
had years where you put out 3 projects in one year, and you've had one so far this year. What is the how do you feel the difference in yourself of like I'm in the zone, I'm gonna keep going, or
Uh,
I'm
well,
not feeling
for
it, I'm
for
just gonna do this.
for a couple years, it was 2.5 or maybe 3 years, I couldn't put out that many albums because I was under contract. But there was one year that I took off 24 because I was learning how to make beats and shit. So I just took 24 off. I put out an album at the end of the year and shit. But yeah, man, I said that I was going back to that, dropping hella albums, but the only reason why I don't is because they step on each other when I do that shit.
Hmm.
So it's like, damn, like I'll be wanting to drop 6 albums, right? But it's like they gonna step on each other. I'm not getting the full potential, and like for some reason, like other artists, I've heard Freddie say this, I've heard Ab Soul say this, I've heard a couple other artists say this, like once you drop some new shit, they don't go back. You know what I'm
Back.
Yeah,
saying?
no,
So
absolutely.
it's like damn bitch, I dropped 3 albums and you only heard this one, you not gonna go. And they
Because
will eventually, like
Mhm.
eventually, yeah, for sure they gonna come back and listen to all your shit several times, but just in the moment, when you drop, it's only them first couple weeks that matter for real, for real. So it's like man, if you ain't catching them right off the top. So I got a little trick for that shit. That I'm gonna try on this next album. I ain't gonna say nothing, I'm gonna just try it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, hey.
yeah, no, I be wanting to drop. I got the albums to drop them like that. You know what I mean? But it's just like, oh no, it's just like they step on each other too much. You kind of need that 3 months to get the full album because you get the peak, then it levels out, then it
Yep.
drop. But you that whole time you still getting paid. 2 months, it just ain't enough. Like I could drop an album every 2 months, but it just ain't. I don't know. If people would act right, I'd do that shit. You
Right,
know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah, but but you're right. It's at a certain point you drop enough and people lose track of your discography.
Yeah,
You
all
know?
the time. But I like it like that.
So they'll be like, it just won't, honestly, it's even though I have a familiarity with your work, uh,
Hmm.
I was going back and I was like, God, this hits harder than I thought. Like, so it's interesting. Or there's ones that I missed because you couldn't
Yeah,
catch them all. Like, and so you end up having that. Killer Priest has shit like that. Has
yeah,
like a
yeah.
ton of wild shit that maybe people
Is your
didn't.
discography all in one place, or is it kind of spread out?
Nah, it's spread out on purpose. I
Uh,
want, like, because people always hit me and they like, "What's your newest album you dropped?" And I just be like, "Go find out," because I don't know where you listening from. You might be a SoundCloud baby, right? And then I got a
Yeah.
whole discography on just SoundCloud,
wow.
and then you might be a only DSPs listener. I got a discography on DSPs. Then you might be just a Bandcamp nigga who just buy my shit. I got a couple albums on there that ain't on other shit. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? But I,
Yep.
I like I'm a Easter egg nigga. G, like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like, yeah, I be hiding Easter eggs, places, all types of shit. G, I'm a Easter egg nigga.
That makes sense. That
Absolutely.
makes sense. And
Yeah,
that's fun. The other thing is I've heard that you were a singer first.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yep, yep,
you
yep,
started out singing and
yeah.
kind of converted. What is there's two questions here, but first is just is when what is the gauge rappers should use for embracing singing and going with their singing voice? Um,
Uh, I don't know. Like I just was like, I just felt like I could rap better than I could sing. That's why I
mm,
went more with the rapping.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? I was a singer first and shit, dabbled in it. It was cool. It was getting the hoes for show, you know what I'm saying? But it was like I could rap a lot better. So let me fuck with it, you know what I mean?
And I think because you have that comfort in singing, like you're able to take it to places other people can't. I think that's the biggest holdback is like when rappers are like, I'm gonna try and sing this hook, but it's not what they usually do.
Yeah.
The fear holds them back from going as hard as they could.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know a lot of rappers that won't go as hard as they should, and you gotta give them that extra. Like, man, fuck what they gonna think, man. Fuck what they
Right.
gonna say, man. You know?
They might talk shit, but they'll be singing the hook.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Everywhere they
yeah,
go.
oh yeah.
So that's yeah. That the second thing, this is an interesting question that I've been thinking about for a few weeks actually. Um someone who's young and coming into listening to rap
Uh huh.
music's their favorite shit. If you could give them one non-rap album to listen to that you think would help inform them and their understanding of rap music,
Uh huh.
what would you pick? And I can go first if that would be easy.
It don't matter. I pick, man. It's so many, man. It's so much. It's
So
like,
many,
man.
so many.
Um, Something that would like teach them like about hip hop. That's not a hip hop album.
Yeah, something that would show them a foundation of like this is, this is what this is kind of about and getting at.
Man, G, it's like it's so
There's
fucking
a
many,
lot.
like
There's a lot.
thousand albums. Just I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna just go with a group that was one of my favorites. Um, I would give them the Jodeci album, "Forever My Lady."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's a great fucking pick. Yeah.
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 Cause it's got a lot of it's just got a lot of different things in there, that you would give a young person and be like, here, listen to this. You want to know about some, cause it's gonna give you all the elements.
Yep. Yep. And it was very much Jodeci was such a part of that like late Tupac ascendancy
Yeah,
thing that like their music still sounds like in that world with TQ and shit like that, like
Yeah,
West Coast.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Hell yeah.
but yeah, I would. My pick is uh, "Pieces of a Man" by Gil Scott Heron.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think
Hell yeah.
that would be good if you're like, I love Billy Woods. I'm like, you make sure you've heard this. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
that would be my whole deal. Kay, do you have any thoughts on what you
Oh
would?
man, I mean that's a great question. I'll let you guys take that one. I mean that's I gotta digest that one.
Telling you, we could ask that shit every week, man,
Yeah.
and get a crazy response. Like because everybody has different base points.
Hmm.
For where this shit
Well,
is from
yeah.
for them. You know, I remember hearing P Funk for the first and being like, God damn, it like really linked everything together. You know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, hip hop has so many other genres DNA in it,
Yeah, hell
but
yeah,
it's
hell
just
yeah.
it's so difficult to answer that. Like, it's
I hear you.
Yeah, man. I could name like 50 albums, G.
yo.
Yeah. Jodeci's a great place to start, though. That's a time
Yeah.
capsule for sure. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So when you were constructing, because the other thing is you have been able to do albums with lots of different producers,
Yeah.
um, and you don't make bad albums because your ear is so good. You have a
Thank you. Thank
very
you.
good ear for production. When you're gathering production from different people and places, right?
Mm-hmm.
A Chong beat over here, and you're grabbing these different people. What like for this album, as an example, what was your base point for like how this should sound, or what the sounds are going to be like?
We would really just send batches of songs to them and they would pick the ones they liked out of there. Um, and we did this for like 2.5 years. Um, so yeah, I would just, I make songs every day, songs every week. So I'm cooking shit up, just sending it to them. You like this, you fuck with this, got a real close relationship with A-Track. So I'm just texting them songs like, hey, you like this? Yeah, let's use that one. Nah, this ain't for the album. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you know what I mean? So we were just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth the whole time.
Mhm.
Usually when you make an album for a record label, you just bring them the finished work and they just do what they do with it, but they wanted to be like involved in the process.
What did that involvement look like?
Just being tight with the, like I said, like you would normally just turn in a finished project to a record label, but they wanted to be like, yeah, let's use this song, or let's not use this song, or let's hear the batch you working on right now, or let's, what I mean,
Hmm.
fly out, let's listen to some beats that you could possibly do with, put some features on. It was real hands on. You know what I mean? I'm after I would have before probably been like, nah, I don't want to do no hands on shit. But after working with them, it's like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I ain't tripping on it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I like doing my own shit. Who don't? But no, it was cool. It was cool.
And that's got to be a different thing. That's another concern I have sometimes with if an artist is kind of self-made and
Yeah.
they broaden out to a situation you just described. How do you handle that room tactfully with like,
It's it's a lot of artists that couldn't that wouldn't have, I can't say couldn't because but that just wouldn't have went for it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because they just too fickle about they shit. They just too, whatever word you want to use, just too
mhm,
sensitive about that shit. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck, G. Let's do it. Let's do it. And I want my shit to be the biggest it can be. So it's like if you got a little freaky little hook I can put on here or something, you know what I mean? I'm not scared to like let somebody. like write a part of the song. Hey, let me do this hook. Let me do hell yeah, because I want this to be the biggest shit that it can be. You know what I mean?
Right. And as a creative person, my thought is always like, oh shit, I only have access to my brain. If you
Yeah,
have a dope creative brain, now I'm even more powerful, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now our power is sourced together, and we can come up with something beyond what I could do alone.
Exactly.
So that's yeah, you got to be able to marshal those resources in a real way. That's
Hell yeah.
a huge lesson. But yeah, that's cool. The Fool's Gold does that shit because they want to be able to stand by it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the batch of songs they picked, that's definitely not what I would have picked.
Okay.
Specifically because it was over the course of such a long time, and I like to just do them and put them out because songs are like timestamps to me. So you
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like it's like if it took 2 years to put these songs together, I probably went through 10 albums. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it just I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just it wouldn't have been what I put together because I wouldn't have had this song from 2 years and this song today at the same
Uh,
time. You know what I'm saying?
Because you would have been reliably putting them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have just been dropping them
Yep.
hoes. Cause I had some other record label offers um that they wanted to do some shit, but I couldn't really move around how I wanted to because I had to still fulfill this obligation. But it wasn't for nothing crazy though, and they wanted all the rights to everything. You know how they going,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nah, it was cool.
That's but so how long did this album take to fully put together and get done?
Like from like drop from to the probably like 3 years. 3 years.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the
yeah.
longest you've worked on an album?
Ever, ever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean, but that's how they wanted to.
So
Go
what
ahead, go
have
ahead.
yeah, so have you listened to the album in full?
Yeah, of course, of
Okay.
course.
So what was that as I guess like I mean you wrote the album, but listening to what you wrote and listening to the project that was released, what was that experience like for you?
It sounds a lot different to me than it would sound to someone else. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Opposed to like if I just made it, we both listening to it, it sound the same. But when I'm listening to this album, it sounds so different because it like jumps around in my mind. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? It's like over here, over there, over there, over there. Once again, nothing bad. It's just
right.
observation. You know what I'm saying? Um, no, but it's actually kind of cool though. You know what I'm saying? Because I know exactly what I was wearing that day, who I just got off the phone with, who I'm talking about in this song. This person might be dead now.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Just all kind of shit like that.
yeah. No, that's and it's that like I think it was AJ Suede K who said that like your relationship with an album has like three lifetimes.
Yeah,
And it's the first is when you're making it, the second is when you release it, and the third is after some time has passed,
yeah,
where you
yeah,
actually get it, you actually go back and you're like, oh man. Um, and so you're kind of in that second phase with it now, where you're
yeah,
able to listen to it without your editing cap on.
yeah. Cause
And
it's out.
yeah, yep. So that's interesting.
Hell yeah.
And so the songs are like biographical timestamps for you. So like when you hear that song, it's bringing you back to that moment that you were rapping about. Is that
Yeah,
wow? That's an interesting way to.
yeah,
Um,
Yeah, no, but that makes and that's by the way, that approach you talked about was your old approach. Like I remember Combat Jack was a hero of mine, right? Doing
mm-hmm,
like listen to that shit. And I remember Juvenile was on that shit. They were
mm-hmm.
asking him, oh man, putting together 400 degrees. How did you figure out the sequencing? And he was like, we just keep recording, and those were the songs we had.
Yeah.
We were just always together in the studio recording, and Manny had tons of songs, and we were like, here's the chunk that's gonna be yours.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
and so like their pride was all of our songs weren't that good. You know what I'm saying? Like we were just
Yeah.
always cranking that shit up. So I understand that approach. And then but the cool thing about this, Too Late to Start Following the Rules Now, is if this is the first time you've done it like this, you get to grow from that experience.
Yeah.
Learn from that experience. And to
Yeah.
still be learning as long as you've been in the game is fantastic. That's vigilant work, man.
Hell yeah.
So you could find a hybrid in the future of like maybe not 3 years, but maybe a year and a half. You know,
Yeah.
you could put it into the different gears. You know,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I like this shit. Yeah. Um. So a question.
Was
Question.
that?
So I got a few interesting album questions. So I'm a
Okay.
nerd about
Okay.
this. Okay. So
Okay.
first fun question here is you can take any rapper in the world alive right now and
Mm-hmm.
drop them as a feature onto any song on this album. Which
Mm-hmm.
rapper is it? Which track is it? I know mine.
Man. Damn. Uh I'm going Don Tolliver, man.
Don Toliver. Great pick.
Yeah, just cause he hot right now, he doing his thing. He got some good hooks, G. I fuck with him, G.
Yeah.
Which song are you putting him on?
I don't fucking know, man. I just know he would. It might not even be one of them songs, but it would be if
My,
I could get him and I was like, yo, I need you on this album, and he was gonna be on there.
my,
Then
yeah.
it would. I don't know what song. It might not even be
I
his
would think
song that's
because,
on there right now.
as you said, Tolliver is so good with hooks.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite song on this album is "They'll Always Come Together to Censor Us," right?
Okay. Okay.
Um, and that hook is I've been annoyingly singing that out loud to my family all weekend. Um,
My man. My man.
but you add Tolliver to that hook, it's it's bonkers. So
Yeah.
that's that would be a nice deal there. Um, Kay, what do you got?
Let me as in a guest.
Oh, a guest and what track they would be
Question.
on.
Oh man.
I can go first if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could go first.
Okay. Mine is number 9. My 2022 girlfriend was a humiliation ritual. I'm adding Cameron to that shit
Oh, nice, 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 nice. Hell yeah.
because I would love Cameron is such a scientist.
Yeah.
I would love to see what Cameron does to a beat that's that out of his usual range. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
would love to see how he attacks that beat. Um, yeah, and that song bangs. The song's great. So
Hell yeah. That's
we'll take
dope. That's dope. I fuck with that.
another level.
Yeah.
What you
Yeah.
got, okay?
I mean,
Hit me.
I don't even know. That's just another good. Like the track, I could hear anything. I could hear any artist on any of these tracks because it's so diverse. I was getting a lot
Mhm.
of, I don't know, Wiz Khalifa. Like
Ooh, okay. All right.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
it just felt like that car. Like some of the beats felt like that Cardo Wiz Khalifa vibe to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. For
yeah,
sure. For sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Nah, Wiz was definitely one of my favorite rappers, man. I was fucking with him before people jumped on the bandwagon,
hmm
before he started
Here
doing
you go.
trap rap and all that.
yeah,
Now Wiz is definitely an influence in my style for sure. So if you say you heard it for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Dog, I was listening to Wiz Khalifa Pittsburgh Sound.
Yeah,
Album he put out when he was 16 and shit. Like I love
yeah,
Wiz.
yeah. I fuck with Wiz.
He
I
was
was just
doing
in Pittsburgh, like 2 weeks ago.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm trying to think which song I'd put Wiz on.
He would go on a lot of those joints,
He
man.
would
He
go
go
on
on
a
one of
lot.
those Hudson Mohawk songs.
Yep.
Definitely would.
And honestly, on the closer, she got pregnant on a pullout couch. Might be a great one too. Might be a great one too.
Man, I be forgetting my own title, so I be laughing sometimes. Like,
My
damn.
favorite on this one is "Gotta Say Shut Up Before Skipping a YouTube Video." That's a great
Yeah,
and a very true statement. Yeah, it's
yeah, right.
so that's yeah. I mean, so here's the others, and this one I don't have a clear answer to, but I've been wrestling with it all week. This this album does not have a lot of features. 15
No,
songs, not a lot of features, but every feature is an incredibly important person.
yeah,
This is not, the weed carriers and shit. This is not that kind of shit. So, um, if if he was going to do a full album with one of these featured performers, who would you want it to be?
Okay, so the featured performers, he had Bruiser Wolf,
Yep,
Sir Michael Rocks, and Shauna.
yep.
I
A hard question for
I
me.
know what I honestly loved Bruiser Wolf's his feature. It was so funny because when you first started rapping, I just thought it was like an interlude. I thought you had like sampled someone, and then like when I started listening, I was like, oh wait a second, this is actually like a feature.
Right.
It was
yeah,
just so
yeah,
smooth how he went into it. Like,
Mhm.
so I think like the contrast
In the voices, yeah.
and the voices and the energy
Yeah, dude.
would be really like interesting project.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a great
man.
one.
We got some shit, man. We got some shit, man.
I love that. I love that. But
Yeah,
I've gone through every option on this
Mhm.
because I love Sean is a national treasure, right? Like, and I love that song because Shauna doesn't usually spit over those kind of beats.
yeah,
That's such a textured, nuanced kind of beat. It's
yeah,
really beautiful, and she attacks it and goes nuts. I would love an album with you and Shauna because it would be so well curated that we would have never heard Shauna like that before.
yeah, for
That makes
sure.
sense.
Hell yeah.
So
I had that shit, man. Let me A&R that bitch. You
that's what I'm
feel me?
saying.
Freak it out.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
hell yeah.
That would be, but ultimately, Sir Michael Rocks is rapping his ass off right now.
Yeah, right.
He's rapping his ass off. We're talking about like, bro said he's a dog, but what kind of breed is he? Like, this is
Great lot.
crazy. He is hitting every shot, you know? Um, and he makes so much sense with you that an album with, well, crack rocks, uh,
Yeah,
would be that would be that would be a hell of an album, you know.
yeah,
Uh, so that's I don't know. That was my pick. And I love that song, and it's just so it's so in your face. It's so fantastic. Um, yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, it's so. And obviously I don't think you probably got stuff in the works, so I
yeah,
don't know that you need to answer that question. But it's all good options. All good.
yeah, man. I got some shit going, man, with a couple of those artists. Um, I be sending beats to a lot of artists that they be fucking with, so you're gonna hear my production on under people's shit, all of that shit, man. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. What is your relationship to Chicago hip hop right now? Like, what is your? Because you've gone through a lot of stages.
Um, I'm just on my shit. I'm in my production bag, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on, man. I got hella shit. Like I be making hella beats, G. Like just beats after beats. Just I'm obsessed with that shit right now. So yeah, I'm in my production bag. I be sending, like I said, I be sending beats to motherfuckers. Like I don't want to say nobody name because I don't want to jinx it, but
Sure.
you'll hear, you have heard my production and you will hear more um real soon, real soon.
So, so you mentioned you took 2024 off just
Yeah.
to learn how to produce. What was that year like for you in terms of
Um
learning the production?
it was like way easier than I thought it would be. I shouldn't even be telling people this because now they gonna try to go do it. But I'm not gonna lie, it was the way that I was taught, and the person who was teaching me was like, it was like they were sent to me to teach me because they taught me the way I needed to be taught. People have tried to teach me before, and it just was like, like all this for what? He made it real simple, real to the point. Um, yeah, and that year was real slow, but it was slow for a good reason though. You know what I'm saying? It was like I'm breaking down the build up type shit.
Mhm.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So yeah, now I'm in my bag. I know how to produce now. I've been producing for years. Like you can go back in the credits. I'm always in the production credits, but I just didn't know how to physically, what I mean, put like do a beat on the MPC or some shit like that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
now I know how to physically do it, and that was another thing, like learning, like when somebody's making a beat that you're telling them how to make it. Hey, put the drums right here, do this, put that over there, do that. You're on a time limit. You know what I'm saying? Like with they patience. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right. Right.
You got about 15 minutes before they like, man, you could just fucking do this yourself. You know what I mean? So that was another reason why I wanted to learn because there was a lot of shit, a whole lot of shit I wanted to just experiment with and just see how it worked and just see who gonna let me just, you know what I mean? Just that's gonna be patient enough, that's gonna make me interested enough. I could have paid an engineer to like show me how to do it, but I probably wouldn't have learned like that.
Bro.
Yeah. No. You have to. I don't know. There comes a point where there's a real value in being curious
Yeah,
and wanting to learn more about better cover art, wanting to learn more about producing for yourself and like and these different aspects of it,
yeah, hell yeah,
writing better album descriptions, whatever it is, like you want to make sure that you are remaining curious and growing, you know.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, see, that's another problem with the underground right now. They don't want to grow. They don't want to be better. They don't want to do better. They just want to keep talking about the same shit, doing the same shit, passing around the same hoes. You just recycling the energy.
Yeah, it's like you're good at making potatoes, so you're certain like sweet potatoes, baked
Yeah,
potatoes. It's like it's all just potato variations, and you're gonna have to get out of potatoes one day, bro.
yeah,
Like,
man. Step out of there, man. Explore some shit.
yep. Was there a creative period for you where you felt like over the course of releasing the projects, you grew the most artistically?
Yeah, probably like either time travelers keep trying to kill me um or white people think God left them in charge. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. One of those because that's when I like really fully broke out with my production. straight up like I wasn't hiding it no more. I'm not ghost producing no more. I'm just straight up like, yo, I produced this shit. So yeah, that'd probably be like my biggest growth. Because if you go back to the album before that, I'm still doing shit on other people's production, which I haven't stopped, by the way. People kind of slowed down on sending me beats and shit. It's like, nah, I'm still killing whatever's dope.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No, it's a great point. Yeah. And this is, to me, Kay, this is absolutely one of the best albums of the year.
Mhm.
I was updating my list and I was like, just kept going up. Just kept going up. I was like, damn.
I'm my man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's a fun, I mean, it's a fun album that can be listened to in all. And I know Dan and I have talked about this so many times about, the context where you can listen to music, certain albums. This
Yeah,
is this is like an album you could put on in your car, you could put on uh when you're just sitting at home or whatever, you could put it
yeah,
on at work. Uh and I don't think like for a lot of the underground music nowadays, in my opinion, you're not able to do that. It's very context specific.
yeah. Right. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
super good point.
Absolutely. And so I have my Chris Crack rant.
Okay.
You ready? Are you ready, Kay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. They, what is, if somebody went up to me and said, which no one will ever do this, but what is Chris Crack's superpower as an MC? Right?
Mhm.
I wouldn't say the hooks, I wouldn't say the singing, I wouldn't say the ear. I would say that Chris Crack has a level of venom that he can tap into. Venom meaning uh righteous, well, poisonous indignation, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm pissed because you betrayed me. I'm pissed because you're an abuser. I'm pissed whatever. And
Yeah.
like you can unleash this
Mm.
poisonous indignation in a way that's like beyond what anyone else would say.
Mhm.
And it's incredible to listen to. And what Chris has been able to do is use that venom for the right reasons.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And not just spit it everywhere, but like put the venom on those that need it.
That yeah. That deserve it. Yeah, for sure. I would agree.
But it's a responsibility, right? Because like you have that you have a well of hostility that is so beyond where other people can go.
Mm.
That
Well,
you
hostility is
it's it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. What I'm saying sounds crazy. But like you have to be able to be like, nah, this person doesn't deserve what I could give him. I'm gonna be poised and I'm gonna be cool with it. Or just say, nah, fuck you. You really earned this shit. Here it is.
yeah.
Uh, and that is a heck of a responsibility, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. That does that track K with what you heard?
Absolutely. I think the way that he delivers the venom, there's like how do I say it? This may not make sense, but there's a level of humanity. There's like a
Yeah.
certain mixture of humanity in it
Yep.
as well. So when he's saying it, it doesn't become like a caricature type of thing. I feel like it's a human being wrapping this venom, if that makes
Right. No,
sense.
behind the anger, you can
Yes.
always feel the why did you do that? Why would you
Yes.
fucking
There's
do
a
that?
human element. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
human.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, because I mean, like with this project, like for me, there's a lot of things, there are a lot of lines that, took me aback. Like I took, like,
Mhm.
but the way that you deliver them in such a human way, like
Yeah.
it made it go. It made it like go down easier. Like the medicine or the venom. It made it a little bit easier to digest.
Yeah, yeah. I dig it. I dig
You
it.
know what I mean? Because some rappers like they say things like that, and then it becomes a caricature
Right.
type of thing. Like it's just so over the top.
Yeah,
But there's a level of humanity to your rapping. I think that really helps it.
That
yeah,
makes sense. It's almost like there are some rappers who are trying to shock you, right?
Yes,
They're
yes,
trying
trying.
to shock you. And
Yeah.
the way you know they're trying to shock you is if you follow the narratives of what they're saying, the math doesn't work out. They're broken
yeah,
math formulas. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
for
Way to put it. Yes.
the math always works out on a Chris Crack story where you're like, okay, you went here, you went there, you did this with her. Okay. Like the math works out. So by track 5, you're like, this is a reliable narrator. This is someone who's telling their story.
Yes.
yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
I fuck with it, man. But yeah, that's good shit. Okay, you ready to go to recommendation corner?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we're gonna talk about stuff we've been listening to and what we've been fucking with. Doesn't have to be hip hop. Doesn't have to be new of
For
any
sure.
way. And it honestly doesn't have to be music. It can be movies. It can be books. It can be whatever. So, um, the Bandcamp Friday happened.
Yeah.
I fucked with it. It was great. There was a group called Cult of the Damned who dropped. Um, and the production was by Spectacular Diagnostics.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Spectacular Diagnostics did that. We interviewed him last year. Did that Declaim album
Okay.
we love. So Diagnostics is dope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The rappers were Lee Scott and Black Josh of Blah Records,
Okay, okay.
UK legends there. So it's a hell of a fun record. It's 10 tracks. It's great. Um, and someone who has rapped with Chris Crack, Nicholas F.,
Oh, nice.
one of my all-time favorites, started
Uh,
uploading stuff on Bandcamp finally. So I got shit on Bandcamp, and I'm like, oh man, great album. And Sleeping Dogs K dropped out of nowhere.
Okay.
Dog Complex, and it might be their best album. It's really good.
Was that a surprise drop? Did they
Surprise, dude. Zilla the Rock said he hadn't even heard it yet when he put it out on $3 Pistol. So it's yeah, like 14 tracks. Chong's got production on there. Small Professor, you
oh,
know, uh the expert. It's great. It's really good because Andrew's a great producer, but when you free yourself of those duties,
yeah,
you get to write and perform at a different level. Uh,
yeah.
I really think
energy to invest elsewhere? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So that's been my thing. I've been excited about that. Um, yeah. Kay, what have you been listening to?
The only new thing is I checked out MIA's album, MI7, which is like it's like a I don't know how to explain. It's like a gospel techno album. Maybe
Nice. Okay.
techno not the right word though. Club. What is it like? What type of music does Diplo make?
Oh, dance, right?
Yeah, yeah.
EDM,
It's like a
EDM, something like that.
EDM. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's like a gospel EDM.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, it was an interesting listen. So
Diplo
Nice.
be making AI music now.
yeah.
Changed it up. Chris Crack, what are you bumping?
I just got this enchantment record, Once Upon a Dream. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sample that bitch soon.
Mhm.
You know, maybe when I get off this call, you did.
Beautiful.
Is Enchantment the artist?
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah. It was a group. They're a group
okay.
from like
Once Upon a Dream.
I think.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, good times. The Kay, are you on Letterboxd or no?
Uh, heard about. I've been told I should get on it.
It's
Yeah, I'm
free. It's
about to
free.
see, what is that? Because I heard of you, like the third person I heard
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. It's free. It's a social media thing. And you just like review movies, follow
Oh,
other people. Uh, I basically set the ground rules that like my movie reviews are going to be 2 sentences or less. Like I'm
okay.
not trying to be writing, essays for free and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just do 2 sentences, 2 strong sentences. It's a fun prompt, to be able to work that shit.
I
So
like that.
yeah,
For
yeah,
sure. For sure.
yeah. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people are on there. You get to see what people saw. We just saw Marty Supreme.
Yeah. Was it fire?
My wife really hated that shit.
Okay.
My wife genuinely
It
hated
is.
that
Yeah.
shit. It made her like other movies she hated more.
Damn.
Like she was like so. And my review on it, Kay, is the kind of movie that acts like it's about hustling and it's actually about whining until people give you stuff.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice.
So, but I'm not a big Safdie brothers fan of the people who make those movies. I've got issues with how they do stuff. Um, but it's good times. And Kay has sent me the intro to my album.
Good.
That's gonna be fun to see what happens, what Slumber Logic does with that shit. Yeah, shout out to everybody following, supporting, uh, tapping in, man. We're not limited to any one thing, bro. Like we're gonna be out here interviewing people you've never heard of, but
Yeah.
we'll take a chance. We'll talk to people you have heard of. I'm cool with whatever. If you're doing good work, you got a seat here. You know,
Oh, for sure, man.
follow Chris Crack, check the back catalog, do it
Check the back
all,
catalog.
do
Yep.
it all. And
Everywhere.
shout out to Chong Wizard, by the way, who reps you behind the scenes when no one's watching. That is someone who's very protective of your legacy.
Yes, sir.
Um, and I think that's fantastic. I think that's people should do that. People should do that more often for other people.
Yeah. 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 He always been 100, man. I fuck with Chong, man.
Yep,
He been 100.
absolutely. Thank you, everybody. State of the game. Let's. Welcome to